Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Pottergone 2025. We are back here once again raising money for the Trevor Project. We'll talk more about that in a moment because we're going to get straight into this run because there are, I'm told, a lot of cutscenes. So I'm going to hand you over to our wonderful runner, Wheezus, who is going to be playing Puppy Playtime Chapter 4. Take it away, my friend.
Hey everybody. It's a great transition to have a game filled with corpses and stuff right after Super Mario. But Poppy Playtime, this chapter 4, this is supposed to be the darkest chapter. It's a pretty fun run. It's not hard at all. Um, that's pretty much all I got. um, yeah, no, it's no major glitches, although this chapter in particular is known for being buggy, so um, hopefully we don't get into too many game-breaking ones, but yeah, I guess when we're ready to start.
Yeah, you can take it away.
Alright. So we're gonna skip the cutscene here. Basically got like a bunch of like, we have to wait for an elevator to go down, just because there's a glitch that we can do here, but it's just a bit of a pain to actually do it. But basically takes place like right after the end of chapter 3. And yeah, so usually the glitch is we would jump here and get up there, and then you just it's like a platform that passes by and be able to like jump past it, and just go straight down. Usually doesn't start. It's a little bit more complicated to do. A couple of these glitches, like, they seem easy to do, but they're also like just as complicated to do. Um, but yeah, so we're just gonna get started here as soon as the elevator opens up. And there we go. So one thing, so this one compared to the other chapters doesn't have as much platforming, like, especially compared to chapter 3. Chapter 3 had a lot of platforming in it. This one not as much, but it's really like, I would say there's like a huge tonal difference, I guess I would say, with this chapter. Just because, they describe the prison as hell and everything like that. Um, there is, so, if anybody played this chapter at launch, because I was talking about the bugs before, there were quite a few, I wouldn't say game-breaking ones, but like there were ones that was like, oh, hey, that just broke an entire section of the game and just made it entirely easy. Like, there's one section in the game, and apparently sometimes the audio breaks too and goes really loud. Um, but there was one section in the game that we'll get to later that has Yarnaby, which is the giant, like, flying kind of like creature we'll see. He just wouldn't show up. And so the whole thing with that particular section is it just tells you that, you don't want to make noise. And that entire time I took it so slowly, I didn't realize that Yarnaby just didn't show up at all. Yeah, so there's a couple of game break glitches that they fixed since then, but they've also, like, there's new glitches that are out that are just, like, kind of game breaking as well. In a bad way. But as for, like, runs going, no major glitches, pretty easy run to do. As long as you have your cheat sheet with the codes up, it's fairly easy to go through.
do we have a moment for a few quick donations?
Yep, right here. We got this in
Perfect.
here.
So we have the donations in from the last run with the deaths. We have $80 from Mr. Paxalinsky saying thanks for dying, Flomac. Yep. We have $30 from Flo saying money due to skill issue. And we have $10 from IMAX saying I'm bad egg but love the event with a little heart. Thank you so much everyone. That brings us up to $200 and beats Podathon 2, Podathon 3, and Podathon 7 Part 2. The next milestone on the tracker is Podathon 4 at $331. If you can, please do donate to support. You can either do it via the command in chat or you can do it via the panel below the stream or on the side of your stream.
Let's go.
Yeah, thank you everyone for your support so far.
That's for anybody that saw that. Yes, I just dabbed ironically in 2025. Let's go. $200. So another fun fact about these games is that all these TV images are all MP4 files that you can replace. Basically put whatever you want, as long as you just have the same name and everything. So like, for a while I had like the credits show up as this, like Looney Tunes meme. At one point I had like if you've seen all my old runs for Poppy Playtime, it's just like a bunch of like different memes and stuff like that. And it doesn't really affect timing, so if you want a game where you can customize your experience, that is definitely the game to do it. So here we're just waiting for the door. Actually, I start moving. One advantage over this game is that the arms can go extremely far, so you can basically just like preemptively like get stuff done. No, I am forgetting my route, which is always a problem for me. So this is gonna be like the first real difficult section. Like, we had a bit of a difficult section before trying to survive the rabid critter. I think they're called rabbits, because you know they're actually related to Rayman. If you didn't know. Basically, we're gonna be stuck in this section for about a minute or two. Die. Get a second. So here the doors are gonna open. We're just gonna have to survive against smiling critters. One difference in this chapter compared to others is that enemies don't instantly kill you. You'll take damage first before they kill you. Which is something I didn't know when I first played this. And I just remember flipping out and freaking out and was like, wow, that's a lot, and they're moving fast. How am I supposed to survive this? Just find out that, you know, you just take damage instead. So we'll know it'll be safe when there's like a huge crowd of them that comes from just down the corridor there. Going the COD Zombies route right now, you know, just getting the train going. Take down the horde occasionally with flare gun of all things. Should be getting the horde now. Yeah, right there. So they're just gonna push this aside and we'll stop taking damage from these guys. So normally you have to like look at the board and see all the shit. So there's a board here. You have to like basically like write out the code with the words, so the letters. My English good. So right here, if you are somebody that doesn't like gore or anything like that, I suggest looking away for a moment. In about a minute. How this game still has a teen rating at this point genuinely surprised me the first time I played this. Like, there's some moments in this particular chapter that's like, oh, okay, that's a little bit messed up for a game that's pretty teen. It's not built properly. So for those of you that don't know the lore that's behind this game, so all the toys in like in the factory are all actually like people. There's a initiative called the Bigger Bodies Initiative, which is basically just trying to cut costs by turning people into toys. So a lot of the toys that we see are actually orphans that were turned into toys. And yeah, it's fairly messed up. The main antagonist of the chapter, Dr. Sawyer, is the one that basically created the entire initiative, so it can get pretty messed up.
Don't fight. Fighting means you're a quitter.
Let's get that again. The amount of times when I've been speedrunning this and I've almost gone the wrong way is immeasurable. This. Here. So the red smoke is something that we saw in the last chapter from Catnap. A giant cat, but it was supposed to put people to sleep, but it ended up getting recalled because it gave people nightmares. Because, you know, product testing and having the sound company is something that's far from a model there. Basically gave kids nightmares and stuff like that, so this one more so makes you hallucinate. We end up seeing like a nightmare version of Huggy Wuggy in the last chapter because of the red smoke, on top of other things, so that's why I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. There's only one other section that we'll see the red smoke in, really, but we'll be basically skipping that entire section. The great thing about having codes is that, or set codes, is that you can write them down once you get them, and they'll be the same the entire time. So we are going to get this guy over here. This guy over here. I don't think I got that good enough. Okay, good. Go. So now we're gonna come across Yarnaby, which is the first, I guess, secondary antagonist. I mean, he's on the cover and everything, but it's more like the lapdog, lap lion. Go.
You know, I never thought I'd see another like you. A human. Certainly not an employee like you. But something makes you different. I can tell that much. Though, I can't say
I'd say one thing. Nobody else really jumps from.
The others you faced: 1170, 1188, 1222.
So the one thing with this chapter, there's a lot of talking in this one,
Let's try our hand at something.
which is very unfortunate because the any percent speedrun can be done in 13 minutes, but it's easier to just learn no major glitches. And this one is very story heavy. Like the last chapter is very story heavy, but there wasn't many moments where it just stopped entirely.
Please,
So
do keep making this enjoyable for me. I'll be taking notes.
this one's very story heavy. It's preemptively set. So normally for this section you have to wait for Doey to do stuff. Found out is if you just shoot here, distract your enemy immediately, as opposed to waiting for Doey to drop. That being said, Yarnaby might be the hardest section of this game, just because you're looking, you gotta hide from him, and that's like the only defense you have against him. But his section later in the game is definitely probably the most difficult section of the game, just because he's attracted to noise. I believe it went over, but he's attracted to noise, so his section in particular is very much, alright, how much can I get done before he comes over? There's some ways to work around it, but it's really just doing everything as fast as possible. And then sometimes you get caught in geometry, or you don't jump on the right thing, and that goes no. So here we're going to see the most important character ever shown through the advertisements for this game. His name is Pianosaurus. He's such a major character. I don't think this game would have been able to be made without him. It's just, he's such an important staple character that everybody loves. It's totally amazing. It's very menacing. We have a huge boss fight right here. Oh. You mean the character they spent all this time advertising dies within 10 seconds?
Now that hit the spot. I haven't eaten.
That's more so, the Poppy community is very much, like, that's been a huge meme within the Poppy community, is
I won't eat you.
how much they advertise Pianosaurus, and then, like I said, he's in the game for like 10 seconds.
I'm Doey. I was told to expect you. This way. Follow me.
Also love, if you have the FOV high enough, you can just see him, like, teleport right into the... just disappear immediately. So, we got Doey here. Kind of sounds like Patrick Star. I honestly thought it was the voice actor for Patrick Star at first. Need to go there. Okay. Alright, this particular area, for whatever reason, so... This area will tank my FPS for some reason. I don't know why.
There's some
Yeah.
nasty balls in this place, but I can get you across.
For whatever reason, this is one of those games that like has a mixture of just cutting frames and then slowing down the game frames. But like as soon as you pass that, like the door just like the frame rate goes like right back up for whatever reason. Like
So,
there are times where this game is very poorly
you seen
optimized.
Poppy anywhere? Ollie said she was around.
Here,
He also
There.
said we can trust you.
and
There's a safe place up ahead. It's not too far from here.
hey Siri, open notes.
Right. You can't fit through here. Hey, pal. Let's see if we can't get these doors open. You check out there. I'll look back here.
Usually I just jump back down, but honestly it's just as fast going down this way.
Can this help?
And sometimes stuff like that happens. You just gotta hook the door and pretend we're playing Dead by Daylight. Except the door is what we're sacrificing to the entity. So another funny glitch that happened in the section at launch that we're gonna get to. There's a little maze area we're gonna get to, and at launch, for whatever reason, every time you enter that room, the brightness would just go way up to the point that it was blinding. Like I said, this game was very broken at launch. Like even some of these vents I would just like flip through. So obviously it was a speedrunner's playground.
Our generator's in a pretty bad state, so...
But unfortunately, developers don't make games for speedrunners, so they like to take away the glitches from us.
It'll open a door downstairs. Here! Use this.
Yeah, so back when the game first came out, if you walked inside here, the you get blinded by the lights. Careful singing voice, don't judge me. It's very early for me. So we're just gonna grab these two pieces here. Gonna get lost in the maze again, like I always do. Back here. So go where it needs to, for whatever reason.
Great shot from here, bud.
Yeah, the gears like to be very difficult in this for whatever reason. It's always been an issue.
You inside.
Fast enough, we can avoid the slimy critter there. It's not going to leave us alone. Grab by Missy, and we're going to see the prototype. Which also for a MP4, because the shadow of the prototype is an MP4 as well. For whatever reason, likes to tank the frame rates. Which I never really understood. But
Through the showers, we should be able to make it into the safe haven from
just
there.
gotta love Unreal Engine. That's basically all I'm gonna say.
When I say so, we go.
Okay, so now we got a bit of time for talking, really. Just got a lot of cutscenes. here. Just wait for Missy to come in. And now we got about 2 to 3 minutes of cutscenes talking. There you go. Alright. Everybody's having a good Pottergone. I keep almost saying Potterthon every time, but it's Pottergone. Everybody's having a good time so far. Thank you to everybody for cleaning this up. Can't imagine the amount of work that went into this.
Is that really right? Take her to one of
But
the
we all
pits.
appreciate you guys saying. That sounds very disingenuous. It's not that I'm trying to sound disingenuous. I have like 3 hours of sleep, and it's very early in the morning for me, so if I sound off, that's why.
We'll talk about this.
Also, just want to say that Doughy is a mood,
I'll make sure.
just because that is exactly the way I would be.
Locking down safe haven. Reactivating the defenses.
Well, you are Canadian was told, so I'm pretty sure you cannot be
Over here.
nice. It cannot be nice, or I cannot be polite, or I can be.
Get some rest, okay?
I can't think properly. My mind is on speed. I'm speed. I am all speed.
Didn't know it.
Now we're just waiting for her to finish her spiel.
What I said on the elevator.
Cake, patty cake, bake her skin. I forgot the rest of this.
They were taken. They're below, in the labs.
You're always nice.
Prototype's
Yep,
home.
got my
They are
moments.
alive, but sleeping. They're with him.
From Toronto, we're more Americanized than Toronto. That just
So, if we're going
not to say that Americans are mean,
stop
but
the
we're more
problem,
Americanized than
we
Toronto.
need to plan for both at the same time. The red smoking redirectors from Playcare? It's an
Or that one person on Twitter was to be believed downtown Canada.
and a little spark, and it ignites.
I just want to hear her say that line. I love the way she says that. It's like, oh yeah, we have all this death and destruction, but we need to make it sound very much like a kid's thing. Like even so, the intro video that we skipped. So Doughy is actually 3 people put into one,
Hiya, pal.
and we see one of the kids fall into the vat of dough that's used for Doughy, and you just like see his hand reaching out, like getting like skeletized and everything. It's like I said, I am surprised this game got a T rating still.
I heard what you did above. What you survived.
But now we're going to antagonize Doughy.
It's all true.
There's no reason why, but
We need your help.
try to kill
The
time.
voice out there. The one in
Play
the
some
prison. They called him the
everybody's
doctor.
European here. Football,
Dr. Harlan
not
Thorpe.
soccer.
He was the scientist in charge of creating us.
Just having flashbacks to the Destiny 2 beta where all I did was just play soccer on the farm.
He works with the prototype, haunting us,
And that was the only time I actually played Destiny consistently.
making us sick and he controls it all with an omni-hand, I think. The executives use them. It's a battery, a key, the master control to anything in the entire factory.
There's always this moments in these games, like in any game, where it's just like, alright, you're just gonna sit through a bunch of talking.
This runs completely
Every
opposite,
game has it.
away from the prison.
I don't know why, but at least every game with a story has it.
Safe. Now, I need
Like, even though Half-Life 2 still gave you control during cutscenes,
we'll need
um,
the generator.
still have to wait until all the talking was done, right? So,
Smoke.
the same thing.
You'll need it too. The toys out there in safe haven. They're my family. I understand.
definitely reminds me of an old man, honestly.
Destroy our factory.
I don't know why. It's the way he looks.
But I ask you to
I think
consider
it's the hat.
if we throw
Let's get rid of the hat.
everything away, everyone, just to kill the prototype, how much do we waste? I know the others might believe it's right.
We're almost done
Should
with these talking bits. We're only gonna have like one other or two other ones later in the run.
head for the infirmary whenever you're ready.
Or no, we're gonna have 3
There's sewer access
talking
to
bits.
the
I don't think about it.
site. That's your safest path to the
Only 2 are like
and to him.
2 are really invasive. It's really just
You need to catch your breath.
2 that are like later on the run.
Our safe haven is also yours.
So we're gonna go and meet Sidoctor. So now we're getting to the R&B section. But first, we need to go and move some cards.
I think you might be wrong. You won.
So this part can be a pain. It can also be fairly easy. Really just depends on how the fifth extension wants to be.
Hey, can you hear me?
Let's get this from here. Yes.
You get the Omni.
Try not to fall into the thing.
Hopefully, it's nothing. Might not be.
There we go. It's Wheezus fog. Good luck, have fun today, everyone. Yay, next up. Hope your HP run went well yesterday. I only caught part of it. Chat torturing you. So now we're gonna go here. We're gonna have URB throughout this entire section here. I finally got to see this game. Yeah, I mean, I would say this is probably the second best chapter. But yeah, okay, so Yarnaby is distracted to noise, so he's not going to show up just yet, but as soon as we get here, this is where he shows up. He can also get you in here, but it's very rare that he does. Okay, yeah, maybe we should do that. Hey, buddy, bye, buddy. Right. So the harder section of this is going to come right about here, mostly because we got an entire section that he can come in. We'll show it when we get to it, as long as I don't mess this up. Here, here. So we're just gonna stay close to here just in case. Basically, we're gonna stay like where it's close to an area that you can get through. So like these ones in particular are the ones we want to stay by. Just praying to God it's not gas. This. There we go. is. Try to juke him. And you guys might see me jump pretty bad just because he did get me here before. Just because I wasn't expecting him at all. I want to tell you, if my heart left out of my chest, that was definitely one that I did. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. So this thing changed here. So normally this would go all the way up. They changed it in this. But alright, that was actually a flawless. That was a flawless journey, pretty much. As long as I don't mess up this last section. Hey, buddy. Bye, buddy. So this is the other change to the section. So I do want to mention, so before when this game first came out, or this chapter first came out, like that entire section could be broken and Yarnaby wouldn't show up. That's what I meant. But this is actually a new change, so they actually made this a cutscene. So before you would just go right across and then he would just burn up. But even him falling into lava was a new change. They fixed some updates, so that was new. But here we're gonna finally face off against Sedocta. So we're gonna put our hand on this preemptively.
Oh, it's you! Is the doctor...
No,
Don't
he's
suppose
not.
he is,
He's
then?
not. If he was, then he would
I've
know.
been here gathering parts for the generator. Blood?
There we go. Out of the way, keep it out of the way, please. Thank you.
He's made it impossible for me.
So, yeah, this is... So this section can be pretty broken. I've realized that as of yesterday.
Just as I expected.
There's a chance that it won't be. Hoping it's not. But
And to think Playtime
there's a section where we're going to cut a wire, and sometimes the wire won't be there.
and never noticed.
So I'm hoping that the game likes me today.
Say I've never seen your face before.
Do it. Alright. I'll keep far here. Put this inside here. So, yeah, this entire section is a bunch of like, all right, he's talking to you. I'm evil, madman. Ha 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 ha. You know, you're not so different than I.
The experiments killed everyone.
This. So yeah, for whatever reason, yeah. Oh god. Just got a face full of saw. Yeah, so for whatever reason that
So innocent.
the wire was being pushed out yesterday.
Tell you her part of our joy. That she knew it was coming? Or did she leave out that
Basically, we're just blowing up his body parts. His brain, his lungs, and stuff like that. Why his lungs are needed to run a computer system, I have no idea, but I don't need to think about things. I'm just here to speed run the game. There we go. So this section we just skipped entirely. Basically, you're trying to look for the codes. on a bunch of experiments, and you can basically hear the toys when they first gain sentience. And it's like the doctor's basically gaslighting them. And normally we get a massacre, and that's what the little rat you're supposed to take off, but see that's there, even though we never actually grabbed it. Just up here, and forgot the switch. Always do. So here comes the part that I genuinely hate in this game, because this is an enemy that's a total pain in the ass. Excuse my language.
Just like them, a blind, scurrying little rat.
So this enemy poisons you, so it slows you down, but it also doesn't kill you instantly.
You know far less than
But I would have rather it killed me instantly than having to deal with this. So, give it the run around. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Run. Why am I not? Go for that. Yeah, this section's always been a pain. Oh god. No, please. Oh jeez. Wrong one. Yeah, okay. Nobody. No. We don't do this here. Just forget the proper load for this every time we do it. It's just easier to do it like this. Right. And then we got more talking like right after I open this. Try to avoid this sheep.
Do you believe you're taking the moral high road?
So here's the
Is that what
we're gonna give you a moral choice when really it's not a moral choice. It's hey, see how fast we can kill this.
Survival necessitates choices. Difficult choices. This one is yours. If you want to leave this room, it'll come at a cost. It's this little life or yours. You know what you have to do. Just the slightest pull, and you snuff whatever minuscule
You
bit
just
of
let me do
life
it already?
that
So I have no qualms. These things were trying to kill me, so
That brutish glob of clay would do it. Poppy would do it. It's your mission. The door will open.
here's the thing. This isn't very much a
Is maintaining the
moral
value of
choice
your
as they think it is, just because these things have been trying to kill us. I know if he wasn't in the thing, it wasn't in the thing that it would try to kill me. So, come on, open it up. No, because it was a very awful moral choice right there, because I know this thing would have killed me the moment the thing opened.
Which of us beasts of burden destiny favors?
Apparently, sheep. I forgot what the sheep's name is, but Apparently, there's times where it can still be in there because usually it leaves, but my last practice run, she was still in there. So here comes the other change section, and that's because these guys are a lot more aggressive this time. Which I don't understand why, but they are.
Off somewhere. Somewhere. Far. Beyond this place.
Now we just wait for the elevator to go up. If I didn't die to the RNB, this is definitely a section I might actually die in. So we'll see when we get.
Not even the ground beneath your feet.
I love the wave that he does. Like, hey, buddy, you're gonna die. Yeah, so for whatever reason, they're very fast now, which wasn't the case before, which I find very odd. But I guess it was because the section was just completely. It was easy. It was very easy to patch. Discombobulated. When I said I was going to die during this part, I wasn't being serious, but it's fair enough. Get away. Everybody say hi to Nixo, and everybody say thank you to Miney.
Why are people thanking me?
Because you're helping rain this. You're helping rain this. I can't speak. I'm slurring words. I don't know why. Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. But yes, we are running this. Do you mind if I take a moment? Have we got a second?
Yeah.
Okay, we are raising. Cool, thank you. Yeah, we are raising money as ever for the Travel Project. If you are just joining us, welcome to Polygon 2025, the most chaotic Pottergone we've ever had. But we're getting through it together, guys. And I really appreciate. I want to say it now. I am so appreciative and proud of how everyone's putting it together and we're making this event work. Through thick and thin, we're getting through it, and I'm really appreciative and proud of everyone. But yeah, we're raising money for the Trevor Project. We're currently on $200. If we can raise another $131, we will match Potter Farm 4 was total raised. So it'd be cool to do that. We're cool to hit our goal of $500, which is $300 away. So if you can, no matter how small, anything helps towards, supporting an amazing charity. And if you want to know more about the charity, you can do !interview to watch the interview that Max did with the lovely Keegan Miller from the Trevor Project last October. You can see that on our YouTube channel. But yeah, every little helps, even if it's a $1 donation, or even if you can't donate, just sharing the stream link around, getting it out there, that really helps too. So yeah, back to this cool room.
Yeah, so as we saw there, Stalker died, and that was also a change. So originally, I actually ended up missing that cutscene originally, just because you could still walk around, but they changed it to an actual cutscene. Also, want to say thank you for everything you guys are doing. I meant to say that first. I just, like I said, you know the situation this morning. I'm just typing it that way. So. It's just more easier and comfortable to do this for the controller. Otherwise, I would have done this with the mouse and keyboard. It's because it makes getting those like further ones a lot easier. It's elevator. A lot of way to do this chapter. Hopefully. So this is the final boss arena that we're going to eventually, not at this point, but soon.
Yes! My signal's coming through! Finally!
But we're basically almost at the end of the chapter now. We got like one more big thing to do, and then we're basically at the end of the game. And it's just more waiting and talking, waiting, talking, waiting, talking.
Again and again, you do the impossible. You got us here. And the end is coming. All that's left is him. Let's regroup at Safe Haven. Take stock.
Yeah, no, like,
Hot boy there.
I'm not even touching like the controller like at all. Like I'm just touching like the move button, still throwing me back. You got a throwback here. Excuse me. There was a glitch that used to happen in this vent here where you just be able to stand through like the vent. And my personal headcanon is just like, you know, you decided to stand up so fast that you actually went like through the metal plating.
We can do this.
It's kind of like SpongeBob in a
You
way.
have no idea what this means. It's everything. You've done what none of us ever could. Given us hope.
You see here, we're doing a skip where we just blind Poppy and, you know, nothing else happens for the rest of the series.
Take a minute to catch your breath. I'm sure the others would love to talk with you. Joey and I will be in the generator room whenever you're ready.
So, this section, we're going to have about a minute of talking and then very fast. Alright, we're doing vent repair here.
Good. You're here. Let's get started. Losing the doctor? It'll have gotten the prototype's attention. He'll be scared. He knows he's losing them. And the orphans are all he has. Now's the time to get to the Foundation. Make everything ready.
Look, we need to talk about this. We shouldn't.
Once again,
Give it a
just the mood. Just the mood. Always just the mood.
Ollie? You there? What's... He's outside! Ollie? He's outside! Who's... Oh, no. You need to distract him, Joey. Please. Keep him away from here.
We're Without the generator!
I know, but he can't get in here. Not now. time. You'll have to fix the generator. Work quickly. You won't have a lot of time.
But I
Trust us.
Well, I'm just playing with a soccer ball.
Trust me.
just get the generator working. Please.
Yeah, so this part will go by fairly quickly. This section isn't broken like it was at launch, which probably hurt a lot at this point. There's only one glitch that I know from launch that still works, and it's just basically taking advantage of geometry
Now let's get to it. First, you'll
that
want
we'll
to
actually
open the
use.
access panel
So
on the generator. It's just
there's
a
no
little
major
door
glitches.
on the
Didn't say
outside
no
of the door.
glitches.
Usually on the end. Whenever you're ready, flip the breaker switch. But be aware, while it's down, grab an
So here's the thing with this section 2 is that you have an unlimited time to do it. So like them going, oh, you only have a limited time to do this, doesn't really matter. Because you could be here for like an hour and nothing would happen.
It's done. We did it. Good.
There's no secret prototype jump scare or anything like that.
Did it.
We can actually avoid the talking for once. Here we're gonna have another gear puzzle like we did about 20 minutes ago? 30 minutes ago? I'm not keeping track of the time. Alright, so here we're gonna plant some explosives. Both of these, there we go. It was one of them. Yeah, I don't get the placement on these gear puzzles. It's always been a pain. So yeah, this section is very much a like just do a round and that's about it. And it's not hard to do, and then there's a puzzle we're gonna get to, and it's really just press all the blue ones. Like we can even do it now, just have it done preemptively. And that way we can just speed through. It's better to get it done now, right? Great. So all the blue ones are the ones that need to be pulled up. And you basically just get started like pretty much immediately. So yeah, this is the Wheezus steaming glitch that I call, because I'm gonna say I'm the one that found it. I was the first one to post a video about it, so I'm gonna say I found it. Apparently somebody in the Discord found it as well, but no idea. I'm just gonna say I found it. Don't steal credit for skips you didn't find. It's more like I guess people found it at the same time, really. But we found it. It's not like a huge time save. It's for like 20 seconds, but 20 seconds at most, 10 seconds. Apparently, I'm just as bad at FPS in Poppy Playtime as I am in COD. Okay. So that's all the dynamites. Now we're just gonna plant it. Pretend we're playing CS:GO. Or CS2. Whichever you prefer. Quite frankly, I've heard that people don't like CS2, so. Right, actually, here it is. I have my hand there. That way I can just pull it. So we're going to see all of them turn green from here. So shit. Okay, there we go. Here. That was probably the fastest I've done. There you go. So yeah, this is pretty much the end here. Like, this is the last, like, big section before the boss fight. So, it's really just don't die. It's like the advice I give for speedrunning the first 4 Finance and Phrase games. Just don't die. It's really the advice for any game. Just don't die. Unless it's a game that involves death warping, in which case do die. Probably could be taken out of context, but hey. Great.
The prototype. I lost track of him in the tunnels. Have you seen him? Was he at the Foundation? Or was he... What? What's going on? He's... I let him away, didn't I? The generator's fine. It's...
Oh no. Oh yeah! Sorry, I had to make that joke. I've made that joke every time I heard that. We're actually making really good time for the museum timer. So, normally I'd be here in probably about 5 or 6 minutes later than I am now. This has been a pretty smooth run apart from a couple times we died, but other than that, it's been fairly smooth, because usually this would take a lot longer to get to, so... So we're just gonna have the Doughy boss battle, which has a chance to be very easy, and it has a chance to be very, very slow. As long as Doughy doesn't jump up into the crane too much, then we should be good.
I'm so sorry. I failed you. I was never what any of you needed. I was only made to hurt things. My fault. Hurt. Everything.
I keep looking there because my mic is there, but my camera's there, so I keep looking there.
Always.
I don't want to make a comment or something and look directly at the camera.
Parents, scientists, everyone have to. My friends. He killed my friends. You.
Hey, listen, I'm just a messenger. I didn't do nothing.
You and her. It was you who ruined.
Okay, maybe it was more like, hey, I helped.
No, that's not true.
But in my own way.
Jump-started the generator. They
It wasn't my idea.
destroyed everything. I'll kill you.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, there's 3 kids inside, well, there's 2 kids and a teenager inside Doughy's body, inside his mind, so that was all of them fighting for, like, control, basically, there, so... Now he turns into a monster. Which, honestly, kind of looks like Salamander from HP4. Alright, there we go. Get off my elevator. I didn't know you could jump over it. You learn something new every day. Polygons didn't wake up. So, now it's just a straight shot to the boss arena. And it's not that hard, we just gotta make Doey just eat some canisters and then blow them up, freeze him, and then come with a saw. It kind of like takes everything we've done so far in this. Kind of like puts it all into one. Open sesame. Nakamura. Whatever. Picked it up. So, here. Someone's gonna message me on Snapchat. Nope, he is going to go right to the green. Which is not what we want. Just because it makes us go a little bit slower. Hopefully. Be up here. Oh shit. Not mean to do that. Crap, crap. I think we broke Doey. Okay. There was going to be a catch at one point for this run. Obviously, it was Doey. This shouldn't be too hard to get here. Yeah, so we ever get caught, we just have to shoot the heads. Oh, the wrong way, that's why. So now we just gotta get him back to saw and good. Of course, then I cannot see the barbed wire and put back in circle. Back up to the top. Should still have a saw available up there. Yeah, right here. Sweet. So that is doughy. For the most part. Still gonna say him one more time. As you can tell, platforming was not my strongest suit. Alright. Actually, we need to go that way anyway, so it's kind of good that we actually went that way.
You and Poppy! It's all your fault! Want to kill you! Kill everyone who hurts me! Can't trust anyone!
Alright, there's Dowie. And now we're pretty much at the end again. Now just gotta wait for some cutscenes and then that's it.
I'm trying to be better. To be who they needed. Smart enough. Not good enough. Not... I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not. Bye, Felicia. Listen, you try to kill me. I don't think I hold the right to reserve forgiveness. General rule of thumb. Rule of thumb? Thumb rule? Rule of thumb. Alright, so basically we got a bunch of talking here, and then we just run through another section, and that's the end of the game, so... We're gonna get the big reveal that somebody's know who they say they are.
You! What did you do? Why did you kill Dowie?
How did you know I killed Dowie? That happened like 30 seconds ago.
The prototype, he... Did you even plant the explosives?
I love how I get blamed for all this, but like Poppy really hasn't done anything the entire game.
Please.
It's more like she just guides you to do stuff.
Ollie! Something's gone horribly wrong. The safe haven...
Shelf ventilation block B6. Is this where you are, Poppy?
What?
Stay where you are.
Listen closely.
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Going to fight.
He's the prototype.
It is over.
Who is this?
Obvious question with an obvious answer.
I just find it funny that they have the question marks for the subtitles when it's like, it's clearly the prototype music, it's everything, so it's clearly it's the prototype.
I'll always
Clearly it's the prototype. I keep looking over there. I keep...
The doctor, Catnap, Mommy and Huggy, they're all dead. You have nothing now. No one. Soon, you'll have
about
less
that.
than that.
Stop that.
You don't need to pretend anymore.
You don't need to play at being stronger than you are.
You can come home.
How much do you know? This isn't right. All those years. Was there ever an Ollie?
Yes, there was.
But that was
A lot of talking in this section too. This is the other section I was talking about that was very much like talking and cutscene and all that.
I'm going to come up there, and I'm going to find you.
your collaborators. The few you have left, they will be dealt with.
But it also makes me excited to see what happens in the next chapter,
What are you
right?
going
So
to do with me?
I've
whether it's a year wait or it's a 2 year wait, as long as it doesn't release in the state that this chapter did.
No. No, no, no. This entire time. You've lied to me!
Only because you've kept missing the point. We've taken the liberty of retrieving those explosives from the Foundation. Thanks for collecting them.
They weren't very hard to find, so that's why like I find it weird that the prototype hasn't done that before. Maybe apart from it being a giant spider, but
I'm disappointed.
After all that time in your case, I'd hoped you'd see things differently.
Don't you understand?
It's always been about you.
What we are. That's not a truth that can be burned away. No. Not when it can mean so much more.
Prototype. Please.
very creepy.
To come home.
Honestly, I do love the voice for the prototype. It's using all the different voices. It's so cool. I like the voice modulation.
I can't go back in the case. I can't. I'm sorry.
Just abandoned ship. That's not what a true leader does.
Some friend, huh?
Don't worry, I'll find her.
As for you two, try to land on your feet.
Hey, need a hand? If one needs a hand, I got it. Okay, so here we are. This is the end of the game. One more cutscene. It's a really cool cutscene. I like this cutscene that's in play, but that's pretty much it. That's the end of the run. We just walk through here. Blah blah blah. Uh, go. Alright, and that's the end of the run.
Hi,
Now it's just
my
cutscene.
name is Leif Pierre, and I'm the head of innovation here at Playtime Co. If you're seeing this, you must
Nice.
be very, very lost.
And that was
Rest
another
assured,
PB.
friend, our state-of-the-art laboratory
Oh, nice.
is just up ahead. Why
I think
don't
my
you just
time
go
was
on
1:23,
inside, tap one
so
of our scientists on the shoulder.
1:17:25. That's a pretty good time time save.
That's a pretty good PB indeed. And I think that's our first PB of the event, so huge GG's for that.
Let's
Huge
be
GG's.
honest. You're
But
not supposed to be
since
here.
we still have time,
This is the single most high
want to finish the
security,
cutscene at least. Then
section of the whole factory.
so for
When
anybody
someone
that
finds you
hasn't
down here,
seen the ending, it's a pretty big reveal if you've only played the first chapter.
I don't think you can just sneak away either. No, the second you put this tape in, it set off an alarm. So if anyone's home, they know exactly where you are. Pretty nifty, huh? Security is very important to us here.
stories in these games.
If I were you, I'd start running.
So for those of you that don't know the story, in the first chapter, he ends up getting his head bonked, so falls down a shaft. So it was a big surprise that he's back. But yeah, that's the entire run. I know I got quiet there during moments just because, like I said, very early morning. But yeah, no, thank you guys for having me do this on Pottergone. It's a great cause, honestly. Like Trevor Project is a cause that I've always stood behind. Very much what they do, going for LGBT equality. Yeah, I can't articulate right now, but yeah, honestly, thank you guys for setting this up. It's an amazing thing. It's amazing that just Powerthon in general has been going on for 10, 11 years this year. So, yeah, that's all I got to say.
Well, thank you. It's very nice of you to say that, and yeah, it really has been a really wild ride. I think this is now into our 11th year of events. It's really crazy. I said that like I've been around since the beginning. I'm quite new, all things considered. But yeah, it's been a really awesome run. Congrats on the PB. Like I say, I think it's the first PB we've had this event so far.
I did it.
So huge GGs for that. We are gonna head into a transition. Now, unfortunately, as seems to be the theme with this weekend, we've had some slight issues. You probably heard me say those words more often than not this weekend. Unfortunately, Dino's ISP has decided it's going to take a strike. So he's not going to be able to do at least the first run. We're hoping he'll be able to do the second one. But if not, we've got a plan for that, which I'll fill you in on in the transition. But yeah, so we're going to be going now to something a little bit different. It probably won't be a full run, just because of time, but we wanted to fill the slot with something, also because of availability of people afterwards. You know. So we're going to go to a transition now, and then we're going to set up for our next filler run, which is not on the schedule. So get excited. What could it be, I wonder? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back